Hello, everybody. My name is Angel. Welcome to Lupus Fitness 353. Today is Philosophical Talk number 24, and we're going to be discussing time. Okay, time for people with our condition, with life-altering and life-changing conditions. Remember that time is against us. Time goes hand in hand with death. It never stops. It's always going. And you should do your best to make every second count. Now, obviously, that goes for everybody, but excuse me, the main thing I want to convey for my audience is that, how do I say it? Because they go hand in hand, time and death go hand in hand. They wait for nobody, and every day you're not making yourself stronger in the areas that you know are affected due to the conditions that you have is another victory for the condition. And that is not a good thing. Okay? For those of you who experience the difficulties of your condition, you know that it punishes you severely. It is unforgiving, all right? And it's not worth it. In most cases, it's not worth it to neglect the areas that you know you're supposed to work on, okay? The other thing is that, remember, time in a day doesn't have to be, well, when it comes to doing what helps you, all right? We spend a lot of time doing stuff for other people, you understand? We put our time in work. In most cases, it's not really something that really benefits us other than the pay, but sometimes the pay doesn't equate to whatever the person who owns the business or who hires you is earning compared to you. You understand? Now, if you own your own business, that's a different case. But what I'm saying is that in most cases, we put our effort and our time into other things and people that are outside of us and or that are not within our immediate circle of influencing us in a beneficial way. You understand? So in one day, you can dedicate at least 5 to 10 minutes to yourself. And that's how it starts. Again, in this channel, I recommend and I promote to my audience that you should at least give yourself 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, all right? And it's the habit of doing something for yourself that starts it, and then it'll create momentum, and that momentum will eventually want you to do more. You understand? Because then those 5 minutes are too short if you're too focused. You understand? Then you're going to be like, oh my God, that's not enough. Then you're going to push it to probably 10. And then 10 will increase to 15. But again, it's the habit that we're always fighting for. The habits of being productive towards ourselves and what we want, and ultimately for our health, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally. Okay? Another thing is that for us, time is for us, our condition is a ticking time bomb. All right? It is a ticking time bomb, especially people with lupus. If you're not on top of stuff, even people with cancer, it's a ticking time bomb. If you're not doing everything in your power to increase your chances of living a healthier life or combating the condition that you have, you're gonna pay for it. I know that sounds terrible. I know that sounds negative, but it's the truth. If you're not on top of it, it will remind you. And its reminder is like a very heavy hand, okay? You all know that. You all lived through it. Some of you are living it now, and it's not pleasant. All right? Please be on top of it. The other thing is appreciate the people that you love. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I'm not saying, live to the extreme or live like it's your last day. That always, for me, it always made me felt anxious and depressed, because I'm like, oh my god, I might die tomorrow or something like that. No, the way I see it, it's more like just appreciate the people that you have around you, that ask about you, wonder what you're doing, call you, text you, even the people immediately around you, your friends. It wouldn't hurt for you to just say that you appreciate them, or that you want to be around them. You understand? Because you don't know. Again, I've had a few death scares, hospitalizations, and sometimes I would get news from the doctors after whatever just happened to me, and they'd be like, "You're lucky. It could have been your last day here," or something like that. Some crazy thing because of a flare, and it really really minimizes the stresses in your life. Meaning certain things lose importance because you realize, if I had passed, or if I passed, that would have never really mattered. You understand? So I guess in a way, time teaches you to understand what's important, what really is important, and what really matters, because it could end. All right? It could end at any time, because it's always going. It's always in motion. It never stops. And 1 minute can either last forever, or it could be gone and you've already passed a whole day. You understand? So don't play around with your time. Do something that's always pushing you forward. And obviously do it in moderations. You don't want to have this fear of death or fear of losing time. Don't live in fear. That's not the message here. It's more of appreciate every second, okay? Because people with our conditions, or people who have worse conditions, time really feels, how do I say, lighter. Lighter as in, like, it's more fleeting. You understand? Because of those of you who've probably tasted, I know that's a bad way of saying it, but if you've been close, had a close call due to your condition, you know that time feels almost as though it's, I don't know. The way I remember feeling time was, it was like a fish, like a slippery fish. No matter how well I thought I had caught it, it just swam away, and I would be like, damn. And the same thing with death. Death was the same thing, where it kind of, not only did it made me feel like I died, but certain things that I held in my head that I thought were important, or that I was trying to prioritize, died that day too. You understand? And you should probably look at it that way too. Time and death go hand in hand. But time is always slipping. It's always going, and you have to make sure that you make the best of it. All right? Because one day can become a week can become a month, and a month can become a year. And you could do a lot in a year. 1 year can change everything dramatically. So take time seriously, guys. Okay? Well, that's it for today's video. Please like and subscribe. Please try to get 30 likes on this video. Please send this video to whoever you believe will benefit from this. Again, my name is Angel. This is Lupus Fitness 333. Bye.